let's move on to our bag review.
Hell yeah.
And it's not just making them smaller, they completely reshape them. They make them more supple and symmetrical.
I gotta catch a glimpse of these warlocks. Let's make a move.
And our bag review is brought to you by Toss Sauce. Stop breaking your bags the old-fashioned way. It's 2022. Get with the times by saving yourself some time. Use the best bag breaking serum on the market, Toss Sauce. Go to www.shoptosssauce.com and use code BIGASP10 for 10% off.
Sauce it.
All right, so 2 series of bags. So let's kind of rifle through these, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
These are 710 bags, and I'm not rifling through these because they're shit, but 710 we hold very high in regard. We've reviewed their bags. Enigma got a really high score from us.
Yes.
We've had a whole bunch of other bags. All their bags have been
just
bangers.
To say, like, universally, they make phenomenal bags. We've talked about them before. We don't need to talk about how great the craftsmanship is. Carry on with speed ratings.
All right, so the first one we're doing is the Hijack. The Hijack is a very familiar Surefire-esque slow side, paired with a Widow type material on the slick side. So you're going to have, again, a 5, and you're going to have a 6. There's not much speed variation with this, but it's the fill that people are going to like.
Yep.
It's a blended fill, but it's more flat than anything. It plays relatively thin. As this material breaks in, it's going to become pretty floppy.
Yeah, and it'll spread out a little bit too.
Now, when you first get it, they're stiff, okay? This material does take a little bit of time, but that's why you listen to the show, you go over to shoptosssauce.com, 2 hours later, you got bags that are game ready, boom, you're set. But again, very hole friendly. They're super hole friendly on fast boards. On slow boards, it's gonna tack up. Yeah. But if you're somebody that likes to cut a bag and you want to play a dirty game and you like this type of material, that's something that's different than carpet. This is definitely going to be for wheelhouse, but you got to like something with not much of a speed change on that slick side. Yeah. So if you're primarily just a slow side thrower, 90% of the time, I mean, the Hijack's going to be right.
Yeah, and honestly, like you flip it over, and you do get a little bit of but not enough to call it a true slick side to me. Yeah.
Like this is not going to cut quite as much.
But I love the
as
familiarity of the two materials in your hand. So
yeah, great. I mean, again. Good template, good fill, all around. I mean, the bag's really nice. It throws great. So design score for the Hijack.
For the Hijack, it's dope as hell. I love his prints all the time.
Always.
Give me a 98. I think it's cool as hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 94. Like it.
Yeah,
I do like it a lot. Performance wise for me, I surprisingly I liked it. I thought I was gonna want something a little bit it just seemed odd, and it worked.
Yeah.
I did not like this bag when it was new. It had to be broken in a little bit. But again, over time, I knew how this was going to get. When it's fully broken in on fast boards, I kind of liked it. It felt just familiar on both sides. Just knew I would just commit to one side of the bag and just go with it. I'm going to go 83.
You're thinking really hard.
Yeah.
I
knew
do
where
like it. I love the
wanted.
familiarity. I love the fill and how it just feels in your hand. Beads don't shift. Give me an 86 on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
And the next one we have are Bones. A new series.
Bones. Yeah, again, familiar fabrics that we see around. This
is basically my favorite combo out there. We just got done throwing it. Again, it comes to fill and a little bit of the template. His templates always tend to seem pretty big, like they play pretty flat. It comes again with the fill blend that he's put together, relatively flat. It is a blended fill, but it's super hole friendly. We have like that reverse Widow type material on the slow side with Viper slick side. You're gonna have like a 6 and a 9. On slower boards, it really doesn't slow down all that much. It still holds 6. I would say 6 is probably the slowest it gets.
Yeah.
Fast boards, it can play up to 7 or an 8. Like it can move well, but it's super hole forgiving. It doesn't tend to get hung up on the hole as much as like Surefire type material does.
Absolutely, yeah. It tends to just melt in for you.
This was my personal favorite. It's a little bit different. And again, Enigma has been one of my favorites that he's come out with. This is just a slightly different variation of materials. But again, I really, really like the slick side. This has just been my favorite pairing of materials that we've had.
I mean,
so
I'm
far.
starting to more and more just like rate them based on hand feel. Like
Yeah.
when I'm throwing it, does it just feel like it's just like it feels at home? I mean, we've tested so many bags, and like this one is, man, again, like it feels right. It just feels good in your hand. Little fast for me. It like I don't know, like I don't mind that reverse stuff. It's just like I know how long it takes to break in sometimes, so I just kind of I get impatient with it.
I get.
Because like you can sauce this all you want, but at the end of the day, when you really want to break that stuff in, you have to throw it to get that fully broken in.
Correct.
So
That's when you're going to get like that soft feel.
Yes.
Like that the Zulu that we threw this weekend. That's how it's going to feel when it's fully broken in.
Yeah.
I agree. So design wise, I like this design more. I like the color scheme of it. I'm going to go 95.
So I would, but then like the backside, the skull throws me off.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
So give me a 92. It's still cool though.
Performance wise,
For me, I mean, I still like this one, but I'm gonna go 83 on this one.
yeah, I'm going to go a little higher. I'm going to go 87.
All right.
I did like this one a lot.
Heck yeah.